for watching. I'm Prerna Agarwal, Technical Product Owner for The Guardian. Today, we'll be giving you Guardian updates as of week of May 13th, 2022, which is our Sprint 12 demo. Just a quick overview of the agenda. We are going to give you an update on the roadmap. We are also going to be reviewing the issues that we tackled in Sprint 12 that lasted from May 2nd to May 13th. Then we are going to flip over and give you the demo of the issues that we solved in Sprint 12. Then we are also looking ahead as of week of May 16, which is an ongoing sprint. We are also going to take a look at what issues that we have been looking and tackling in Sprint 13. We are going to be talking about the upcoming releases. We are also going to be giving you some of the ways that you can submit either bugs or policy requests through various different channels. So just a quick overview on the Guardian roadmap. Again, this is open source, so anyone can see that. All you need to do is install the ZenHub extension in Chrome. And when you travel to the Guardian GitHub repo, you will be able to see a tab to quickly open that up and see what's going on. As you can see, we have worked on more complex policy workflow aggregation. We have also worked on sustainability token lifecycle management. We are working on the scalability testing plan, and so on and so forth. Just an overview of what we covered in Sprint 12. So Sprint 12, we have committed 124 story points, and then we have delivered 113 story points. These story points include documentation, which is 858. We have also worked on 741, release Docker to Docker Hub or public GitHub Docker registry. We have worked on 7574, which is a better alternative to FastMQ, is required as a message broker. We have worked on 705, 706, which is included in the aggregation flow. We have worked on some of the bugs, which is 836, which is add registrant to demo panel, error handling of MRV data, and so on and so forth. Now let's look at the Sprint 12 demo. Ticket number 53, which is more complex policy workflow action aggregation. As a user of the Guardian, there may be a situation where a policy will require complex calculation rules of measurement, reporting, and validation data. Currently, there is policy workflow actions like mint and aggregate. This issue is related specifically to enhancing the aggregate policy workflow action. In order to achieve this, we have added 3 new blocks in our policy workflow. The first block, what we'll be looking at, is a timer block. This is an object that triggers the events at a particular time. The second block, what we have added, is the switch block. This block is mainly responsible for transferring the execution to one or more blocks depending on the parameters and the conditions defined. The third block is the aggregation document block, which is this aggregate data block. So this was already been added, but we have enhanced it. And this block is responsible for the aggregation of the documents. In order to get more information on these blocks, we have added in our Gitbook, which is docs.hedera.com/guardian. And when you scroll over to the bottom of the introduction of available policy workflow blocks, we have added all the 3 blocks into the documentation. And to get more information, you can click on this and you will get all the properties, the UI properties, which are added to that particular block. Now looking at the next ticket, which is 839, which is policy workflow enhancements. In this particular thing, there are some enhancements in the policy workflow, such as undo, redo of the action, copying the block. To achieve this, we have added an enhancement actions. As you can see, we have added 3 more actions, which is undo, redo, and copy blocks. For example, if I add a new block in my policy, let's just add switch block here. And when I click on undo, I can undo the action. If I redo it, I can redo the action, and so on and so forth. Now, the third ticket, what we'll be looking at is 836. This was a bug being created by the community. Add a registrant to demo panel. The IREC2 policy replaces installer with registrant, but the UI does not have registrant in the demo panel. When I use the demo panel, I should have all the roles that are defined in all the test policies. To achieve this, what we have done is we have added all the roles being involved in both the test policies, which is IREC2 and VeraRed. As you can see, I have added registrant, VVB, project proponent, Vera. So these are all the roles being used in IREC2 demo and Vera Red respectively. The next ticket what we'll be looking at is 845, which is URLs and ports to be documented. Currently, we do not have all the ports and URLs being documented in a Gitbook to be more clear and precise. To give a clarity to all our community members, we have added a separate section in the installation file as URLs and ports. So these URL and ports being specified if there is no Docker and all the components are built from scratch. So all you can see is all the URLs being involved for each of the folder. The last ticket what we'll be looking at is the API workflow for IREC2 demo, which is 805. Currently, we only had the workflow documentation on the UI, but we do not have the API workflow document for IREC2. So in order to achieve this, we have added a step-by-step process to be followed for executing IREC2 as per the API. So as you can see, we have added all the API for each of the root authority, for each of the user, and how to achieve the trust chain. That was a demo for Sprint 12. Now looking ahead, we have Sprint 13 coming up. So just highlighting some of the issues that we are going to be uncovering here. The sprint is going to be lasting from May 16 to May 27. At the moment, we have committed 125 story points. Just to talk about some of them, we'll be looking at hello world message, which will be sent by root authority, which is 803. We'll also be looking at 859 events to be created. We'll be looking at the VC revocation architecture, which is 611. We'll be looking at some of the bugs, which is 884, and so on and so forth. Talking about the releases, our last release was on Wednesday, May 18, 2022. Our next release will be on Tuesday, June 14, 2022. There are multiple ways to reach out to us. You can reach out to us on GitHub. You can submit policy requests, enhancements, or if you find some bugs, please go ahead and mention those bugs with us so that we can get our team on that. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord, come and join our conversation. It's at hedera.com/discord. And when you get there, search for sustainability channel, or feel free to reach out to us directly if you have some policy request by emailing us at info@envisionblockchain.com or visiting our website, which is www.envisionblockchain.com. Thank you. Have a good day.